Welcome back to Eggs on Toast with Ethan and Alex. Relax and enjoy today's episode.
3 for 3.
I got lucky. 3 for 3. That's a good.
We got lucky.
3 for 3. I think 3 for 3.
I got lucky is actually a good, like, it's kind of clickbaity, but
I got lucky. We got lucky. What did we get lucky in?
well, we
Found a name. Sorry, I just wanted to steal the triumphant
found a name.
moment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course. What's
Ethan, what's the name of our podcast, dude?
Well, we spent probably another half hour to 40 minutes just deliberating. We were gonna employ ChatGPT to give us some AI help.
Employ ChatGPT. Go.
But he, once again,
He?
it. We're not giving this agenda. 'Cause it doesn't deserve one.
You just said he doesn't deserve one.
It doesn't deserve one.
Anyway, get to the point.
You heard that, like, that breath though, hey?
Yeah.
So having those foam bits would be so handy.
I won't cough into the mic then.
Yeah, it just helped. And yeah,
Bro, get to
Sorry.
the point.
Sorry, guys. So yeah, we were trying to figure out a name. ChatGPT wasn't any help. As per usual, it's pretty simple. I'm kind of realizing and beginning to find certain limitations of its power.
Agreed.
And it's kind of frustrating the limitations that it does have.
Yep.
But anyway, so we just did what we should have done in the first
classic
place.
brainstorm.
Yeah. Which is I always find better anyway. I feel like ChatGPT can unlock things or open things up, which it kind of did. Like
it wasn't working in this instant.
No, but it helped us it helped us realize we don't need to be like so deep about our
ChatGPT made us realize we don't need ChatGPT.
Yeah. But it was giving us like sayings and stuff. So we're
they
like,
are on the edge of their seats. They want to know what the name is, dude.
So the name
actually they'll already see what
after
it is.
Hours of deliberation is Eggs on Toast.
Eggs on Toast, dude.
Everyone loves it.
I love eggs on toast, dude.
Personally, I'd like if I could have anything on the egg, it would be a bit of chutney. But I'd be happy with tomato sauce, obviously.
I don't mind just a little bit of salt and pepper.
Salt and pepper.
Ooh.
Some
soft boiled, bro.
See,
soft boiled so the yolk runs.
You can really dress up
you can.
like egg on toast. It can be.
It's so simple, yet you can make it your own. You know?
For sure. Like, you can have an avocado feta,
dude,
with lemon and salt and pepper.
Have you had Vegemite
with egg on top?
Yeah,
I've heard it's pretty
cheese,
good.
It slaps, I must say.
Vegemite and cheese is great.
My dad introduced me to the.
It makes sense
to the concept.
It has like Vegemite.
It's got that
pure salt.
Yeah. Exactly.
No one's complaining about the saltiness with eggs. Like, you need that.
Exactly.
What's like the most not overrated? What's like your least favorite form of eggs?
Ooh.
Because we should establish
down?
like what the prime egg on.
What's the prime egg?
Toast. You know what I mean?
Like.
So it would obviously be sponsored
All
by
up?
Logan Paul and KSI.
Universally,
if it's
or
prime egg.
Shut up. Imagine prime egg flavor.
It'd be better than their shit that they
egg
make.
Drink? Egg
Prime. They taste so bad, dude.
Stop.
Like
dude.
medicine.
Stop. You're getting off topic. Who cares?
Sorry.
The prime egg. The best egg on toast.
Yeah, like my favorite egg, type of egg, like just off the bat. Please, if you've got something to add on after, poached egg. Poached egg.
I haven't had many poached eggs in my life.
Really,
it is classy, isn't it?
But it's not that hard to make.
I like the soft boil. So like soft boiled poached. Is that the good way to? Or is poached always soft boiled?
Poached is you can have preferably poached is going to be runny in the middle, but it's so hard to
like the run.
Like a fried egg as well as poached eggs. Like you can sometimes it's like, especially with fried eggs, you know when you get like when the white hasn't fully cooked, and then it's snotty.
See that's
horrible.
No.
But that's why it's so hard. There's like a fine line between a good amount of yolk runniness. I'd prefer it a little bit over, than under, to 100%.
All right, I'll run you through my go-to. So we have like an egg maker.
Egg maker.
doesn't make eggs.
You got a little egg maker?
You put the eggs in it. There's like 7 spots for eggs, and you put it in. You have the little thing, and you pour the correct amount of water in for a hard and soft boil, and it's got it's got a prick on the bottom.
Are they like little capsules?
I'll put it up on screen.
Okay. Boom. Right there.
And
oh yeah, that looks great, man.
You poke. You poke the bottom of the egg so the hot air can the evaporated water, the boiling water that's becoming
steam,
correct, is correctly cooking the egg.
Yes.
And then I get 2 of those, and then I like a soft boil, and then you get it out. It's nice and hot. You crack it with a spoon, scoop it out. You got the whole egg on a spoon, and then you get it on. You butter your toast.
You don't squish it down, do you?
No, I slice it, dude.
Okay, good.
I did give it that.
Give it that bit of a swat.
Exactly.
If that's what you like to call it. That's what you like to prescribe to such an
if not
action.
butter on toast.
Well, man, don't peek the mic like that. We don't want these poor people.
If not butter on toast.
Sorry, there may be technical difficulties with the audio, but
why?
When you did this shit, man. This is our first podcast with a name.
Anyway, yeah, that's my go-to. 2 slices of toast, both with butter or Vegemite and cheese. Slice that soft-boiled egg up, bit of salt, bit of pepper, boom.
Salt
in the gob.
and pepper on top of Vegemite and cheese.
Well, less, maybe just pepper with the Vegemite.
You do a little bit of salt,
but salt and pepper.
I feel that.
And then
are you
in the belly,
thinking like
I'm feeling
Wonder
good.
White, or are you thinking like
and then with the tea,
sourdough?
Ooh,
I would
see. I'm a whole meal. I was raised a whole meal guy.
Same.
So I don't mind a bit of wholemeal. Bit of white is good.
I would go sourdough every day of the week.
Sourdough is good.
Like nothing beats.
If there's
like
sourdough
proper,
around, I'll obviously take sourdough over anything.
But it's just, especially like living out of home, you're not too promoted to like.
You don't get the luxury of sourdough bread.
Well, I don't afford myself the luxury.
But you could if you
could if I wanted to.
You could
but
spend that extra few bucks.
I'm too stingy to myself. I need to show more self-love, man.
There we go, dude.
Yeah, maybe that's what.
Good insight based off that bread.
Yeah,
get that bread, bro.
Get that bread, brother.
Exactly.
So by the way, we are the 2 eggs, and this podcast is the bread. Yeah. I just thought of that now. I don't know if that's applicable.
And the mics are the.
You're a bit of an
butter?
Egg. Yeah, sure. If they
and
want.
What are the viewers? They eat us?
They're the cutlery.
They're the cutlery.
Yeah, they're the consumer.
So they eat us.
Yeah, everyone's having a meal of eggs on toast when they're watching it.
But I want eggs on toast, but I'm the egg.
Well, watch next episode to see if we eat eggs on toast.
Tune in.
Every week, we may or may not eat eggs on toast.
What about you, dude? What's your go-to egg?
So for on toast, I think it's different. So like on toast, I'll have... Oh, it's hard, right?
What just jumps to mind?
Okay, so if I'm having it on sourdough, I'll have definitely poached. But if I'm having, like, I love French toast. Dude, French toast is eggs in toast.
French toast? Dude, toad in the hole? Do you have toad in the hole?
I've had that before.
It's so good.
Yeah. Like, but I'd say if it was on sourdough, definitely poached. If it was on, like, a normal whole grain thing, then I'd have scrambled eggs. I feel like scrambled eggs goes really well.
Scrambled's pretty safe.
Scrambled's safe. And I love making it, like, cheesy.
Ooh, yeah.
I'm not a big omelette guy. I feel like omelets. I don't know.
It's just kind of like fancy scrambled.
That's just like
it's like an egg pancake.
It's too much. I don't need that. I don't need like. It's good for me to have the extra bits, like to chuck the capsicum and the tomato
spinach,
in. But I don't want it. Fair. I just want egg.
Bit of egg on toast.
Precisely.
Can't go wrong with a bit of egg on toast, you know.
However, a boiled egg is best when having like ramen. Like when you make like shin ramen.
Yeah.
You can even boil the egg in.
Dude, have you had
in the shin ramen
or in like soy sauce,
like broth?
Like I went to a Chinese restaurant the other week, and that it was like you got like a soy sauce egg. It was just like brown because they like.
How was that?
It was good.
It was good.
You couldn't really taste the difference. It was really subtle, which I could appreciate.
Okay,
but it was still good.
Did it feel a bit like you didn't really need to do that? Like you would have probably got the same experience.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe they wanted that grandiose, like, ooh, what is this brown egg?
Yeah.
What's this brown egg doing here? You know.
I would love to try an 1,000-year-old egg one day. You know those ones?
Do you think they're around?
You know those black ones? The ones that have like the. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
You must have seen videos of like.
I've seen
like-
H3, H3, and
Yeah, like Rhett and Link
iDubbbz
probably
eat
ate. Like deviled
disgusting.
eggs. Was it?
Ugh,
Was it deviled eggs? Like the black
maybe.
eggs?
Is that 1,000 years old?
They're just called 1,000-year-old
Okay.
eggs. It's
Oh, they're
like
not actually.
fermented eggs or
Right.
something.
Ooh. No, thank you. Maybe one day.
Have you had pickled eggs?
No.
Rough, man. Rough.
Good?
No.
Oh. So I'm glad. It's
Stay away from pickled eggs.
Stay away. Okay. All right.
I reckon my two favorite going on to pickles now. Just thinking
Go,
about
dude.
that.
Love a good pickle.
Well, my two favorite pickled items would be
Mm.
pickled cucumbers, the
Isn't
humble
Isn't that just a pickle?
the humble gherkin, and
Like gherkins are different to pickles.
it's the same thing. But like, I feel like gherkins are.
Bro said my favorite pickle is pickled cucumber. So my favorite pickle's a pickle.
And my second favorite pickle is sauerkraut or kimchi. They're kind of two sides of a very.
Kimchi's cabbage, right?
They're both cabbage,
Oh,
but
they're both
they're so
cabbage.
different. One's like cabbage
Spicy?
pickled in like fish sauce and spicy, and then sauerkraut is like pickled in just a brine. So it's like when you have like sauerkraut on hot dog. Oh, crazy!
On a hot dog?
Sauerkraut with a kransky, a pork kransky, and a bit of sauerkraut on top.
It sounds appealing.
It's good.
I haven't tried it.
It's just like it because you know how sometimes hot dogs they could do with a bit of moisture or something that's crisp.
Dry. Yeah.
It's a bit dry. Having the sauerkraut on top, it's not wet. It's just it holds the moisture, so it's crisp.
Oh, it holds the moisture.
It holds
That's
the
good.
moisture
See,
in.
I was just about to say, if anything,
They're not dripping.
a hot dog when wet is like the worst.
They
kind
don't
of hot
drip.
Dog.
They don't drip.
Like a soggy dog.
Think of it
Soggy
like
bread.
think of it like sauerkraut has a very similar water consistency to like kind of like a crisp apple. Like if you shredded an apple, it holds the water inside.
Yeah.
Like obviously there's going to be some like you know how you can like
Ooh.
squeeze out apple.
Ooh, crisp apple, dude. Yummy.
Good.
Nice,
Anyway,
dude.
so eggs on toast.
Eggs on toast.
That's the name. I'm very happy with it.
I'm happy with it too, honestly.
Yeah.
Very simple, yet elegant.
It says and it's just exciting. It's nice to read.
Eggs on toast.
It makes me feel really even more comfortable sitting in
You
this
can't-
couch knowing that
me
it's called
too.
eggs on toast.
The first two episodes I was anxious and scared because I couldn't. I feel like
fully settle.
we were podcasting without a name. Like it's just
Yeah.
makes me
Like
it's
imagine.
a little uneasy. But now I'm feeling much more comfortable.
Do you reckon there's like kids out there who just like don't have names that are like 10? Do you know what I mean? Like someone who's just existing.
like the degenerate parents just never named
Yeah.
them. Oi,
Yeah, they just
Oi.
call them. Oi, get over
oi,
here.
kid, over here.
I reckon
You reckon? Was that peaking a bit? Sorry,
you can peek.
I can peak for impressions.
Yeah.
True, dude.
I'm utilizing
well,
my
funny you
one
said.
of my lip balm.
Okay, he's got 4 lip balm. We've noticed that we both fidget quite a bit. Ethan more so than I, and that's okay because that's who we are.
Yeah.
However, Ethan agreed on 4 lip balm redeems.
Yeah.
He's got 4. He's got a little voucher. He's got 4 lip balms.
All right, take that off the.
And that's 1. Yep, boom, 3 to go. Names, dude. You think there's a kid out there? I don't know. Well,
But his name would end up being Douglas. Like he'd be 14. They're like, "Fuck, you're called Doug."
Douglas or Doug?
Douglas, come here.
Doug, mate. Over here.
And Douglas is a perfect dog name as well.
Douglas?
I think Douglas
Doug
is
the dog?
Douglas is a very
So you think
funny.
Up nailed it?
Yeah, but
Yeah?
it should have been Douglas.
The Douglas dog. Douglas the dog? Oh, Douglas the dog got a ring to it, bro.
Especially like an older, like a scruffier dog. Douglas. Douglas,
Yeah.
what are you doing? Get
I
out
feel
of
like
the mud.
I feel like the name should match the
The vibe.
vibe of the dog.
100%, dude. Very good.
If there's
Very
like a
good,
tiny
yes.
little sausage roll called like Nasher, as you said.
Like, yeah, if you got a
like, that's
corgi called Nasha, it's like, but that's kind of funny. It's
Oh,
like
you're
self-aware.
oxymoron kind
Yeah,
of
oxymoronic.
situation.
Yes.
Yeah, moron. Yeah,
Yeah.
moronic or ironic?
Oxymoronic.
Oxymoronic. Ooh,
Yeah.
hit me with that
Just
English lit.
Bit of that extra suffix at the end.
Yeah, gotcha. Do you think your name presents yourself well, Ethan? Not like because you didn't have a choice in your name, but you have a choice in who you are.
Well, you still have a choice in your name. It's
That's
just
true.
hard. It's a lot of people just wouldn't
That's true.
change their name because
No,
you have
I'm
a
used to it. Alex.
21-year attachment to your name.
Correct.
I
That's
know Andy would prefer to have Alex as a name.
What?
Andy said that.
Really?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Got the elite
Does that
name.
make Alex? Yeah. Because both our names were my Andrew or Andy is based off my dad's brother's name, and Alex is my dad's name.
Well, they're also both gender neutral names.
Yeah, that's true. How about Ethan? Did Ethan
Just
because
it was because of Ethan Hawke.
really the actor? Oh, that's cool, dude.
Yeah.
There we go. Do you think that defined you wanting to?
Not at all.
Really?
It didn't inspire me at all.
Oh, it didn't inspire. That's a better.
It didn't inspire me at all knowing, which is interesting. The fact that it's kind of, I would say that like even when I was told, I was like, oh, that's just where my name came from. Like mum and dad liked the actor. I never thought that means I'm destined to be an actor too.
Yeah, gotcha.
It just like kind of, I guess it's a bit serendipitous that I'm named
yeah.
after an actor and am now
Just
kind of pursuing
coincidental,
that.
yeah. Well, I think some people hold naming their children at such a high standard. Like,
Just do it. Just
some
give
people
them a name,
just
mate.
give it whatever. Like, whatever feels right, you know. Kind
Literally.
of like eggs on toast, you know. That's our
Yeah,
child.
people are stressing about.
Some people I know, they're all
I mean, look,
they're
that's
all
what we were
saint.
doing.
They're all saint names because they're. That's not ugh.
Sorry.
That's kind of
nice.
beautiful. Fuck you,
No,
dude.
saint.
Honestly, I think it's quite
biblical
nice.
names are nice.
I wouldn't do it personally. If it's a nice name and it happened to be a saint name, I'd do it. But I wouldn't that wouldn't be a priority of mine personally.
There's a saint called like sorry, I'm thinking of a pope.
Schmungus.
How did you know? Saint Schmungus.
Saint Schmungus, the patron saint of Schmung. Sorry, continue.
Who stole my Schmungus?
Go. You have an actual patron saint?
What does patron mean? My patron saint.
Patron saint is like
Their thing. It's
yeah,
what they're attached to.
yeah, like
The something of something.
like Don Bosco is the
You're peeking
patron
the
saint of
mic,
like
mate.
fun and
Yeah,
and
good.
like
Really?
entertaining children.
Is that what you did?
What? No, mine was John the
Francis.
Baptist.
Dude, everyone did
Francis of Assisi.
Oh,
Because the animals.
He liked animals.
It's so funny.
I wish I chose a.
Dude,
I wish I chose
just
a
went to my
boring one. Dude.
niece's. I just went to my niece's confirmation, and hers was
Francis. Everyone does Francis of Assisi.
Dude, I actually got it.
Oh, to preface,
Building
I'm,
off that, it was actually so sad because the next day, their cat died.
Francis of Assisi.
No, their cat Benny passed away, got hit by a car and died, dude. It was so sad. And I was like,
Honestly,
what kind of message is this God sending this little girl, you know?
Yeah. God. You did.
Anyway, even not
God
God.
isn't-
What is the
okay.
world sending? Imagine your patron saint is Francis of Assisi and then your pet dies the next day. What kind of message is that sending you?
But if God is real, right?
Uh-huh.
God is a dick. Regardless of if he's real or not.
Why?
Them. I guess God is never gendered. People have just chosen him. Chosen them to.
I don't
be a
know the
guy.
historical relevance.
There's no man. It's never said that it's a him. He.
No, I think
It's just God. They use God in a capital G sense. Anyway, God is a dick. Jesus is his. Like God is.
Jesus is a dick or God's a dick?
No, God is like the, tempestuous dad, who's. Oh, I don't want to use that word. I
Tempestuous?
feel like I've
What
used
does
it wrong.
tempestuous mean? I don't actually know the definition of that word.
I think tempestuous means temper-filled, but I could be
Oh,
wrong.
angry God. Well, that's Old Testament. God in the Old Testament was very
God's
angry.
an angry little God.
And then he chilled out once
Is it-
Jesus
is
came
it-
through.
No, he didn't. He's an angry little man, and Jesus is like, "Yo, Dad, I'll take one for the team. Like, chill out, man."
Yeah.
Jesus is a lad. God's a dick. F you, God.
All right, I don't condone that. I love God.
Show him your ring.
It says Jesus
We'll get a zoom in on that one later.
Yep, Jesus.
That'll be here. Oh, lovely, nice.
I can still, yeah. I love how he just went to religion. Awesome.
Have to touch on it, mate.
From eggs to religion. You think what do you think Jesus' go-to egg were eggs like an abundant food source back then? They had a few chickens and cows and lamb.
100%.
The lamb of God, the chicken of God.
There was chickens back then. Chooks.
I'm not saying they didn't exist. I'm saying were they in abundance? Where like, did Jesus have a bit of eggs on toast, dude?
Jesus would have had eggs on unleavened bread.
It wasn't.
He would have
bread.
wraps. He'd have
tortilla?
scrambled eggs in wraps.
Dude, that's sounds good. Dude,
What came first, the chicken or the egg?
I was just about to say that, dude. Holy moly.
Egg.
See, originally my thought process was chicken, but now eggs on toast.
Egg. It is egg.
Can you tell me why?
Here's
Just
a
based
very,
off intuition?
Look. Everyone on the face of the earth has talked about this, right?
Yeah.
It's not a new topic.
No, we just thought of this.
To
Dude.
put it simply, this is pretty original, right? To put it simply, the egg has to have come first because, like, there would be from whatever you determine as or define as a chicken. Like, let's say there's a point in time where the first chicken was born,
Like based
from
off
the
like
egg.
evolution
Yeah.
and adaptation.
Right?
Yeah.
So there's no chance that a chicken could exist before the egg existed, because then they're a chicken still. So the first chicken must have come from. I feel like I'm not making sense.
No,
but-
in that case, wouldn't it be the chicken? Because the chicken, let's say they say there's this creature that is like 99.9%
Great, we'll call it
like
creature and then chicken.
There's a creature that's
Okay.
like 99.9% a chicken, but not quite a chicken.
And we don't just define that as a chicken, do we?
No.
So when it becomes what we deem as a chicken now, that's its baby.
So do you think it gave?
His 99% chicken gets
Pooped
pregnant,
out the
cloaca, boom,
Ooh, there we go.
boom, there's an egg. The egg hatches. 100%
But
chicken.
that egg is not a chicken; it's an egg.
No, but
It's a chicken egg.
the egg came before the chicken coming out of it.
But it wasn't
creature had an
But
egg.
it wasn't a chicken until it became a chicken. So therefore, the chicken.
The question is, what came first?
Yeah.
The chicken or its egg? Or the egg? The egg did. Because it was a creature first.
It was creature 99.9.
Exactly. Creature 99.9 pops out chicken Mark 1. Mark 1 chicken drops.
First edition.
And that was
shadowless chicken.
in an egg, obviously. Unless they were marsupials back then. And they had pouch. Wait, no, marsupials lay eggs. Unless there was unless back then they were mammals. If the creature 99.9 was like not a fowl.
Is a koala a marsupial? A platypus a marsupial?
Platypus. Oh,
Kangaroo?
I don't think I'm using the word marsupial correctly.
No.
Marsupials like
Isn't that like a subtext of a mammal?
Yeah, like
Aren't-
kangaroos.
It's like all
koalas.
marsupials are mammals, but not all mammals are marsupials.
Yes, but
Yeah.
what's
I can't remember.
What are the egg laying?
I didn't do biology in high school.
What are
Clearly.
the egg laying mammals? What are they called again? Like platypus and.
Maybe that is a marsupial.
But there's a word for it. Oh man, I feel so. I watch podcasts and like someone doesn't get something,
Brain
and I'm
rot.
like, this guy.
Yeah,
And I'm the guy.
Like
It's so much
it's
easier.
so
being the
obvious when you're
consumer.
behind. Yeah, true.
Yeah. So give us a break,
dumb.
guys.
We're dumb.
You know, don't pretend like one of you didn't like search up on your phone.
Yeah. Exactly.
Regardless, I should know what it's called. And deep down, it's there. It's
Deep
just
down,
like
it is there.
it's not unlocked.
Exactly. You need that key, bro.
Like King Candy from Wreck-It Ralph.
Oh,
When he goes into the mind
swims into
space.
yeah, dude. Good movie.
Have some candy.
Who did he's Turbo? He was Turbo, right?
Yeah, Turbo-tastic, mate.
Dude.
That's a good movie.
Turbo-tastic.
Turbo-tastic.
Shall you whip out
The prompt?
Should you whip it out? Ethan's gonna whip it out, if you know what I mean. Oh my gosh. I think I already did this bit where I think I...
Do you want to see what this is, though? Do you know what that is?
Yes. We're not showing the viewers that.
We'll put that up on the screen.
Holy shit.
Alex edits this, so I'm just going to keep telling him to add shit up on the screen.
I'm not gonna do it now. I'm gonna make you look like an idiot and be
Wow.
like, hey guys, check this out. And it's just nothing there.
Yeah. Yo, Jamie, pull that up. Yeah.
Yo, Jamie, pull that deer up.
And the beer goes. All right.
All right, hit us with questions. I
Today-
think we already hit a few of those talking points, didn't we?
We did. So we've kind of touched on the best human name or the best name.
Did we?
Well, we were talking about names for dogs
Briefly.
and stuff, but the best human.
We talked about whether we were happy with our names.
I think I am. It's taken me
Me
a
too.
while. I used to not like it. The E at the
Really?
start, I find
Ethan.
quite like E, like nasally.
Would you prefer Ethan?
No. But whenever, like, I used to introduce myself like with almost a bit of a mumble, like, "Oh, my name's Ethan," because I don't like
Really?
accentuating the E. And then people would, and then I'd always get,
Alex.
"Oh, Nathan." Everyone would say
That's on you-
Nathan.
That's on you, bro.
That's on me. But apparently other Ethans get Nathan. It's so nice to bond with another Ethan when they're like, right.
I think you told me about this, dude. Yeah.
Have you bonded with Alex? Like, Alex is just one that was like,
There's
there's other ones.
really, yeah.
So I get Ethan. I'll say Ethan. Nathan. There's always Nathan. And I'm okay with that. Like, I'll just go, "Oh, no, Ethan." Doesn't piss me off.
It's good.
I think people who get unreasonably annoyed
Yeah,
about someone
at this
might,
point.
if someone
this point,
forget,
why
okay,
would you
if
even
someone
care?
forgets your
Yeah.
name, if someone f***s your name up, if you're that weak of a person, you have nothing else going for you, that a name's that important, get lost.
If it's like the 5th time and it's like, okay, I've known you for quite a bit and you still forget. At
But
that
if
point,
it's if you've just met and someone asks like, or someone mucks your name up or is like f***ing around with like sometimes I like don't know their name, so I'll just like I'll give a random name, like a guess it in the, like I'll just chuck a guess at it.
You play that gamble and you gamble and just
And some
throw out a
people it's
name.
like, some people like laugh and some people get really annoyed about it.
I think
Maybe
this
that's
is
valid.
what something
Maybe
I
that's
strive
valid.
to do is I would just swallow my pride and just say, "Oh, hey, I forgot your name. Sorry. What was your name?"
Yeah.
I guess.
It's either that or I just shot
I
in
would
the
think
dark.
that an attempt and then I would pussy out and just go like, "Oh, hey, dude."
It's just hard when like, because the awkward thing is when you like don't bring it up and then you're like, oh, like you're listing off people. Have you had that where you're like, oh, we've got Alex,
This is, yeah.
like you're counting numbers for the Ubers, like, oh, Alex, me,
Him.
you two, because you know one of them, but like you go, you two.
That's so
You like in your
true,
brain, you're like,
yeah.
how do I
say it?
how do I
without
try and get
actually
out of
saying-
this?
Yeah. Nice. Good.
Anyway, best name for a human. What do you reckon? Please, if you are watching or listening to this, give us an email at eggsontoast@gmail.com, I hope. Or if it's not that, then whatever.
Oh
got
yeah, more
replaced.
stuff on the screen. I'd have to
Put
put
put that up on the screen. And here's our PO box.
We don't have a PO box. Not yet, anyway.
And give a comment of your favorite human name for a person.
Have you got one? Because I'm trying to think right now.
I think, there's some that are like cool, like there's like cool names, and then there's like interesting names. Like, I think Dimitri's a pretty cool name.
Demetrius.
Sure.
Dimitri. Ooh.
It's just interesting. You don't hear it often, and it's not like a name where you're like.
And that's again, it's a bit gender neutral.
Ooh,
Or is that not him?
I don't think so. It's pretty. I think
Oh
it's
really?
Dimitri.
Oh no, Dimitri.
But
Oh, that
Demi-
is, I guess, more.
But you-
anyway,
yeah.
but that shouldn't even be relevant. It should just be. It should just
Whatever the name
whatever
is.
it's, however it sounds, however it functions. Dimitri is pretty good.
I think I think honestly, it doesn't matter who the person is that has the name. Most names suit most people if you rock it,
I think that tends to just be
because it's literally just your perception of who you've met in the past.
yeah.
You always experience it. Oh, like my perception of someone named Kane is a ranger, because I know one Kane who's a ranger.
Too true. I was just about to ask you, what was it like having technically the most common name? Because there were 5 Ethans, dude.
Felt great, dude. Power in
good?
numbers.
Power in numbers.
Oh yeah.
So you reckon
And
the Ethans
we were
could
all so different.
yeah.
We were all such different people. Like it didn't
That's
bother me at
true.
all.
It was quite a. There was a spectrum of
There's a
Ethan.
spectrum.
And there was a Nathan.
There was a Nathan.
There was only one Alex. There was an Alec. Like, but we were
Alex
both
to me.
we were
seems
both
like
Alexander. But I guess he just didn't like. Maybe he just didn't
he
like
just
Alex.
needs to be extra. Nah,
This
like,
guy.
Alec,
Wasn't beef.
Alec, you're a lovely man. Damn, now people think I actually am like beefing with
Yeah,
it.
because you are.
Let's cut that out.
Nah.
Okay. Alec, I love you, mate. I haven't seen you in a
now
while,
you're
but
doing
you're a
too
good.
much,
I don't want to paint this
You
like.
care so much about what people think, dude. It's fine. It was just a passing comment.
Yeah, but I feel like people take it more seriously when you like imprint it on the internet.
Game's a game, bro. The best name. Dimitri's good. How about Gandalf?
I was gonna say Squidward. Squidward and Gandalf are pretty good.
Squidward and Gandalf. They'd be good dog names. Oh, they look Squiddy and Gandy.
Gandy.
Coming through. I don't know. I feel like this is one of the most subjective questions ever. So I feel like it's very tough to answer.
I will say, I've done like, what do you reckon the worst names are? Much easier.
Oh, really?
Like
Bob.
Like, yeah, naming a little kid, like a baby, worst baby name, Bruce. Like,
Bruce.
Look at little baby Bruce.
Bruce Buffer, dude. What about little Bruce Buffer? Little baby Bruce?
Who's that?
Oh, look. He's the UFC not commentator, announcer.
Anyway, that
Little Brucey, little baby Bruce.
or like even like Gladys. Gladys is a pretty bad old lady's name.
There are some. There's names that just died because they just sound so weird. Even like Phyllis from The Office.
Oh,
Phyllis.
That's
Like, how could you? Yeah,
I
you're
think
right.
of
I get what you're
cabbage.
saying. Like, you look at it like a little kid, and you're like, imagine little Phyllis. Like, it makes sense for an older person, but
because it's like a
Gertrude.
it's an object of its time kind of thing, or
True.
a thing of its time.
Just a dated name.
Yeah,
I don't know. I wouldn't be so outlandish to where I'd name my kid like
Goliath.
Malibu Barbie.
Yeah. I
Or
hope
like-
I hope not.
Do you know whose kid is called Malibu Barbie? No.
Can you
Stop? I have to cut that now.
Can you beep that?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Stop. No. Who is it? What's her name?
Is it like Khloe Kardashian?
No.
or something?
H3 did a podcast with her. What's her name?
Trisha Paytas?
Trisha Paytas. Her kid's name is Malibu Barbie.
That's
Or
so,
like who-
imagine your mum being Trisha Paytas. Hey, mum.
Lana Rhoades.
How was school? Everyone was teasing me about you.
Let's move past this name thing, bro. I think
it's dead.
Yeah, exactly. We're scraping the bottom of the barrel at this point.
Exhausted it.
Handwriting is illegible. I was about to say ineligible. No,
Unintelligible.
Illegible? Is it
Illegible, yeah.
You're gonna have to read it.
You
You just wrote favorite. Favorite what? One of the things is just favorite.
That was a good one as well, I reckon.
You just your ADHD
Maybe it was the
just stopped
eggs.
you typing. Favorite egg?
Favorite way to have
probably.
eggs.
So we already did that.
So, Alex has conjured this question, this
Ooh.
morally ambiguous type question.
The 99 one?
Yeah, not even. Would you say it's morally or?
Nah, it's just like how daring and
Yeah.
like how
Move the microwave just a touch.
how much
Sorry.
are you willing to gamble your life for money?
Straight up.
So
Please explain.
I will. So there's a bag. It's got 100 balls. There's 99 green balls, let's say, and there's one red ball. You have the opportunity to pick out a ball one at a time. A green ball, if you select a green ball, obviously you can't see them. You have to blindly pick.
it's a like a silk bag.
Mm,
with
yeah,
with
be descriptive,
marbles.
bro. Yep.
with
Ooh, I like
all like
They've
how
got a
good-
nice weight to
How
them.
good would that be to dip your
Oh.
hand into
No, I feel like it'd be too hard to move it in. No?
in a bag? It'd be like
Ooh. Oh, marbles. I thought you meant like stone.
No.
Yeah.
how about
marbles.
this Orbeez?
No, I like marbles,
marbles.
better. Anyway, so there's
One
one
green
red
marble.
ball. What?
One green or red?
No, there's one red ball.
Sorry,
Because red is
and
kind of
and 100 green.
And 99
99
green.
green.
There's 100 balls in total. If you pick a green ball, you get, what did we agree on? $10,000?
Say 10K.
$10,000. Good job. You can stop there.
Nice.
You can keep going as many times as you want, but if you pick the red ball, you instantly die.
And you can take handfuls. Do you think you can take handfuls?
Yeah.
I think you can.
So, would you
Would you
So,
even
see-
put your
me,
hand in?
I would take one, bro. I would take at least one. Like, come on.
But
you
if
have
you
a
take
1%
the red,
chance.
if you take the red,
You die.
you die.
Yeah.
Have you already said that?
Yeah.
I was checked out.
So my question to Ethan and the audience is like, would you even take a ball? And if so, how many balls would you take?
Look, I think some people's gambling brains would be like, "Oh my god, like I'll get
I
another
can go
10K.
50.
I get another.
For
Maybe
half-
it should be 1,000. I think 10K is too big, because then you get 100K with 10 balls picked.
So the most you can
But
get
then
is
some
what?
people will want to climb to that.
See what I mean?
But 1,000, it's like doesn't feel like.
Let's say
enough.
10. 10. I think 10 is good.
I think I'd put my hand in 5 times.
5.
I think 5. I'd be safe. I'd feel safe enough with 5.
Mm.
The probability's not that high of me getting
No.
it
It'd be,
like
yeah.
multiplied
It'd
together.
be 1 in 100, then 1 in 99, 1 in 98, 1 in 97,
Yeah.
1 in 96. Yeah.
So I'd feel pretty comfortable that I wouldn't get the green.
I think that's. I
Going
think
10.
I
though,
think
like,
in the past.
that's like a 1/10 chance. If you do 10, you have about a 1/10 chance.
Yeah.
It's a bit.
Yeah, not quite, but
Not
yeah,
quite,
pretty
yeah.
much. Yeah, I think yeah. I would obviously do. I would do 1. Wow. If anything, I probably would also do around 5. But also,
Who do you?
you're actually in that situation
who's
and you're
someone-
like, oh, 1 more, man. What? Like your
You would.
gambling brain would start.
See, I'm pretty
Going.
good with keeping myself calm about
Once
it.
you're done,
Like when I went to the Cass.
you would not do a handful, bro.
No.
I know people who would do handfuls. They'd be like,
Who would do that?
my mate John.
Okay.
You don't know him. And I don't know. I really like some of the footy boys.
Yeah.
Some of the footy boys love the bit of sports bet. I did too back in the day.
But they love the
I
risk
don't really
of it.
bet anymore.
They like
yeah.
the risk of it.
Yeah, agreed. But yeah, I would say 5. I would say 5's a good. It's safe.
And it's a good amount of money.
50K.
50 grand.
Cheeky little
Like,
50K. Yeah.
it's nice. Cool 50.
I think I would. I'm actually getting worried just thinking about it. I would go like, oh, 1 more. 1 more. Come on. Actually. Maybe I'd go
I've only
10.
been picking
Maybe I'd go
greens.
10.
I reckon you would go 10. Because what I reckon
I
you
think
get to 5
I'm
and
thinking
you'd
in
be
the
like,
moment.
like 1 more, get 6. I may as well go another. You're at 7, 3 away from 100K. I think you go 100. I'd say
Yeah.
10.
That's bad, hey? Anyway,
That's how much your life. That's how much your brain can trick you.
tries to rationalize. Yeah.
Yeah.
True. But yeah.
Well,
So
thank
you
you for
thought-
having.
Yeah.
Thank you for
You
having
thought
a little
5?
chat. I think 5.
5.
There's
And
definitely some-
honestly, you'd be like 5 done.
There's some people that I think so. There's some
Some-
people that wouldn't. But like very rare.
I mean, think about it. Like, some people would be like, oh, even at 50, you've got a 1 in 49 chance.
Yeah, but
Maybe
it's
I'd
not.
go
It's
more,
not
man.
that simple.
Oh,
it's not
so
that simple
bad,
because
isn't it?
there's always like the probability of you getting that green increases each time, and then each of those is compiled together or summed up together.
It would.
Like,
it would
they're
be
not all
the
independent
first
of
time
each
you pick
other.
out, it'd be 1 in 100 chance. And the next time, but assuming you continue and you don't get the
1 in
red one.
99. So let's say you go to 50.
Yeah. It would,
You pick the 50th out. So then it's 1 in 49 when you take that 50th out.
Yeah.
1 in 50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If there's yeah.
But because you've taken all these other ones out, your 50th is actually not just 1 in 50
Yeah.
because you've had no green for the other 50.
Mm.
So it's kind of been. I'm going to stop talking. I'm just going to sound like an idiot.
I think that is how it works.
Yeah. Like it's not. It's
You
not,
wouldn't
it's
be
not a
due for-
It's not so simple to just like, oh, I can pick out like, oh, it's like even when I get to 75 balls, I only have a 1 in 25 chance. It's
That
like,
is what it is.
no, yeah, you do then, but every
you mean
time,
based off all the
it's
previous
all
dips
together.
as well?
I don't know if it's
yeah.
added though. It'll be like multiplied or something together to then give you a grand scaled like.
Yeah, I'd have to ask like Vsauce Michael.
I have to get a calc out,
Yeah, exactly.
calc and a paper. I'm not. Switched
Anyway,
on the
yeah,
math brain at the moment.
maybe I would do more then. Maybe a little 15, a little 100. Wow. Nah, 10's good.
Your
10's
your
good.
brain's
10's
already
good.
jumping.
10's good.
You're saying 10's good, and now you've accepted 10. Before you were worried about that you'd go to 10. Now you're at 10. Now you're happy that you're at 10. Thinking about 15.
99. On the last one, it's 50-50,
Dude,
bro.
some motherfucker would. Some motherfucker would.
trying to get every last cent out of this game.
Squeeze it dry. Okay.
But at that point, man, you might as well get all of it.
I'm gonna put this away because I feel
really?
like, yeah, just for now, just so
Okay.
I can,
It's fine.
just so we can like continue because I was just gonna cut it
The
off.
natural
and just
course
ask it. Yeah,
and direction of this
it was
conversation.
gonna become a H3H3 podcast and be too stuck to the script, which
True. I don't really watch H3H3 anymore because he
No,
got bad many
used
years
to.
ago. But
I never got around his podcast, but loved his old videos.
I liked all of his Vsauce
Like,
episodes
I
because I
love
like
the-
Vsauce Michael.
I loved the Wow Ethan, great stuff, keep it up videos. What were they?
His main
Main
videos.
Content videos. That were
For
great.
sure.
Like I'd say around like Vape Nation time.
That
That
was
was
peak, of course.
peak,
That was
dude.
peak H3H3.
That was when like commentary channels
And-
were like so big as well, and iDubbbz.
Some people knew him as the Vape. Some people didn't even know who H3H3 was, but they knew the Vape Nation guy.
Mm-hmm.
So 21-year-old can't drink water, bro.
Anywho,
Any whoosies? Is that Ethan? Check this out.
I just try and be subtle with it, and then I
I still dripped
Did
because
you?
there's condensation on the bottom, dude. Because it's icy cold.
I kind of
Good?
like water dripping down my face when I drink.
Huh?
It's just like it feels cooling. It like
Mm.
cools me down.
Fair.
That's such a childish thing to say.
That's cool, dude.
You don't have to pander to me.
I'm not pandering. Do you think I pander? I'm just trying to be a supportive friend.
Nah,
I
you're more
don't-
like a teddy bear, not a panda.
That was good.
And you're in like teddy bear kind of colours. Anyway,
That's true.
I did have something else to bring up. Now it's lost on
Is
me.
it on here?
It's not on there. Oh, would you prefer to be like sorry, would you prefer to be a wizard or like an ultimate fighter?
Like a UFC fighter?
No, like prefer to be a wizard or to be like someone like Goku or something. Like
Oh, Goku, bro.
super strong. Super strength
Like
cut type shit.
Do you watch Dragon Ball? So do, like,
I've watched a little bit.
So like, am I base Goku? Like, I'm just a really
Oh,
strong.
you've watched some?
Yeah, I watched a little bit.
How much is a little bit? More than 100 eps?
I watched like the best episodes of each arc.
Oh, have you like gone on the Reddit like with what episodes
best
to
Dragon
watch?
Ball episodes, yeah.
But there's also like the timeline where you can cut out like the filler shit.
Yeah. Well, there's Dragon Ball Kai, which is like they literally cut out all the filler. So the episodes of what there's more. It's not just them standing around.
What are the filler episodes? Like what
It's not even filler episodes. It's like filler scenes within the episodes. It's like just a 10-second panning
just
of the background,
just to
or
like
it's just
buff
like
it
them
out a bit.
them like facing off. Like it's a 20-second scene of them looking at each other when it could be like 5 seconds. I think that's just like hours of saved stuff.
And I guess just
We
to
were
like
kind of bold to leave that open, dude.
I know.
It's like, but living life on the edge, aren't we? Anyway, yeah. So I would be Goku.
I think I'd be a wizard, man.
Really?
I'd love like wizard powers.
Do you have to hold the staff? Well,
That-
do you
that
get
is
a
the
wand or a
thing.
staff though?
I'd-
You can pick.
No, I'd want to be a sorcerer.
Sorcerer.
Not
Ooh.
a sorcerer.
Cool.
Not a. So
What would you
if
say
it was
the
wizard to go?
difference
Well, wizard or witches need a wand or a staff.
Oh right, sorcerers can kind of just conjure stuff
They
from their
from
hands.
maybe they're called sorcerers because it's from like their
From
own
within?
source.
Right. Oh right.
I don't know.
That makes
Just a
sense.
thought, but
Right, because like a wand is kind of like the conduit to how they generate
which
their
it
power.
makes it so difficult if you lose your wand or it snaps.
True.
I'd feel quite silly to be a wizard, being like I don't really have power.
Oh,
It's
you
this
can't
thing.
rely on. Yeah, that's
Like
true.
without, it's kind of like
Damn, that's deep.
it's like without the wall plug, you can't really turn on an appliance or whatever. As opposed, that's a
I
stupid
get you. I
reference.
get you. No, that's a good analogy.
Yeah,
Anyway,
we didn't need an analogy.
No,
People
you're
understood.
right. I think people did. Anyway, but yeah, so you'd be a sorcerer.
A sorcerer.
But
would
you
be
said
sick.
wizard or Goku.
So I'd choose Goku. But if let's go again, sorcerer or Goku,
So now we're just picking
Sorcerer.
what we want to be.
like The Witcher. Oh mate,
Ooh, Geralt of Rivia.
I'm Geralt of Rivia. Have you played it?
No.
It's great. Very, very good video game.
I don't have time, dude. Were you gonna get on? Is that
yeah, bringing that up.
When people say
they don't have time to watch a TV show or a movie,
or play
especially
video
movies. No, especially movies.
Movies is the main.
Video games is like,
And TV shows is more. TV shows is like a whole series.
yeah, but people don't say they don't have time for TV shows. They binge the TV show that they're so comfortable to watch because they know they like it, and they'll binge hours of it in the same day, but not watch a movie because it's like an unknown. Have we talked about this?
Potentially.
I feel like we talked about movies maybe, but
yeah.
but
Even like YouTube, like you can, and even TikTok as well. Like people be like, oh, I don't want to watch a 20-minute YouTube video, but I'll watch 200-minute long. Not that that doesn't
exactly.
equal out.
Exactly, but no, but people
20.
But people watch like far more than they think of bullshit, and then they say they don't have time for stuff. It's like,
because a movie is kind of like an event. Like you're kind of like preparing for a
people just don't. Yeah, sorry,
for a
continue.
cinematic masterpiece. So like you
Not
kind of need
always a masterpiece. Some of
them are garbage, but you're kind of like
or some are just comfort movies.
you are preparing to do this thing. So you like get your popcorn, you get the seat, you get your seat.
You've got a ritual to it.
You are committing 2 hours of your life to this, whereas like YouTube can be like, oh, I could watch 10, I could watch 20, or like a TV show, I could watch 5, I could watch 1 episode,
Dude,
I could watch a couple.
People get fearful. People now get fearful of committing to having their attention required from like an extended amount of time. Like it's actually people get scared of it. People get I'm about to go down a rabbit hole.
Do it. Jump.
That's why that's totally why, or a big factor.
It's a big factor.
It's a big factor in like, for sure, of like how mental health is rapidly like declining in a larger percent of the population. People are like draining their life away.
Attention spans are just
people
diminishing.
are draining their life away on like bullshit stuff, like not learning, escaping, like hiding from like remaining ignorant, and then
it's becoming conspiratorial, bro.
No, but like,
go. I'm intrigued.
Not even conspiratorial, just like the way that the human brain works is that like their attention span's going, they're watching bullshit like that they don't really like, that it's like it is an addiction, whereas like smoking a cigarette or vaping, your brain is like tricking you that you like it. You don't really like it. It's fast release dopamine, so it's like it makes you want more and more and more. And it's not satiating. It's not like satisfying to your dopamine receptors, as opposed to like a long-term slow burn, as opposed to explosions. Fast explosions is what TikTok is or whatever. So now people are more anxious and stressed about committing to things, like saying yes to plans, and a slew of other things. But that links back to commitment in general.
So do you think it's like dulling people down?
No, I think it's just making them more like, when there's something that is needed of them, it's so much more stressful because it's like, I have to like actually put work in and do stuff. That's effort. Like,
when I have to just sit on my phone.
For sure, people get stressed because it's like, oh my God, I'm not going to be able to like subconsciously there's all these things of like, if you're feeding your brain an addiction, when you're away from it, you get stressed. It's like smoking.
True, dude.
And I definitely think there's a big link to how there's like now people are like, mental health has opened up in terms of the discussion about it. That's why more people are coming forward with having it or actually going to therapy and realizing they have certain things. I'm kind of pushing kind of the boomer talk of like back in our day, like people used to work harder, but like
it's an important viewpoint to
there's
consider.
Definitely like I think people write off opinions like that.
Life was simpler. Life was genuinely simpler back then.
It was.
Like they didn't. Like we have created new issues for ourselves.
Yeah,
essentially,
for sure. Stabbed
like
ourselves.
We have solved issues, but we have created new issues. And problems.
But like, I definitely think there's something in it to the tune of like, back when there were less things to worry about, and people will like, people were not like stimulating their brain in the way that they are now, their brain was more okay to do long, boring tasks and not have a panic attack about it. For example, like, yeah,
I totally get what you're saying.
yeah, I feel like that has some merit to
The
to
most stimulus the average person would experience like 60, 70 years ago would be like, I go to work, I do my work for 8 hours, I go home.
going to the play, going to the musical that comes to town, and then everyone in town would go.
Yeah, or the
The
circus
movies.
or an art gallery would be like, holy look at all this, dude.
That's why like certain businesses
things
were
just
booming.
seem so much. The average the something like the circus or an art gallery or a museum just seems so more mundane these days. Even though, if you actually think about it, it's not. It's very intriguing and interesting.
For sure. It's just that everything's being promoted from like so far up top as
The
well.
world is so fast paced.
Everything's being pushed into like making everything as easeful as possible at home. Like Uber Eats, everyone's ordering, like people, like that's skyrocketing now, especially because of COVID. That's like that has accelerated things like this probably 10 years extra, like faster.
Yeah,
Like Uber Eats, going to the movies, like staying at home is so much.
Oh, you mean like watching a movie at home?
People don't go out as much anymore. 100% true. Like people don't go to the movies. It's so depressing going to the movies. Like no one.
Dude, what was
My
it?
dad went to the Dial of Destiny, the Indiana Jones.
Empty.
There was one other person there on opening night.
I was just about to say, I watched a Marvel movie, Doctor Strange, and it was the midnight screening. And I remember back for Endgame back in 2019, they were like
Sold out
sold out, and it was
for weeks.
It was awesome. The experience with a full crowd is so amazing.
It's crazy.
And then I was sort of expecting the same thing, and bro, it was like a third full, maybe 40% full, and there was like a few cheers here and there, but that was about it. It was just
crazy, dude.
I know.
People just get more like it's like I can watch this at home. Why would I go out?
Why would I leave my
why would I
comfort zone?
Why would I commit to this thing? It's a big commitment. I can't just leave and get up and go get food. Personally, as like the way that I enjoy watching movies, like I think the cinema actually gives me exactly what I like from watching movies. Like it makes me
An experience.
yeah. Like I don't normally like getting up to get food. It's just a thing that like if I'm hungry, I'll quickly dash to get food so I can come back and keep watching.
Do you actually use Uber Eats much or like DoorDash?
No.
Or?
Never.
Yeah. Never.
I've probably used it like 5 times.
Really?
Yeah.
I used it like
It definitely saves me money.
a fair amount for, maybe, especially in 2020. But then yeah, I literally.
I would
don't use it
waste
these days
so
at
much.
all.
Like food is such a money pit as well.
It is, man. It's so much cheaper. It's so much cheaper to buy stuff at Coles and make it yourself. Honestly, obviously, it takes more time out of your day, but it's so much more worth it. It feels more rewarding to eat something you created.
It's actually tastier as well. Like I find
it is, man.
because like often you're not getting like restaurant food. Even some people get restaurant food Uber Eats. That's crazy to me. Go out, have a nice night. Like
True.
I understand if you're doing work and you want to have a nice like meal at home.
While
that's
working,
fine.
yeah.
Like obviously it's do whatever you want, but I think people supplement these like very easeful ways of doing things over having something that might actually have like require some effort, some challenge, some What's wrong? Am I going on about it too much?
No. I was just looking at the time.
Okay.
Keep going.
I am done.
I'm
though.
interested. No,
I know.
I don't want to stop
I'm
you.
done.
I'm sure?
Yeah, I was done, and then I'm done. You haven't stopped me.
I feel like you've thought I've.
No. That was my last point about it.
Okay. You sure?
Yeah.
This guy.
It was my last point about it. If I had anything else to say, I'd be saying it now.
Dude, you know what's a good food though?
Burritos.
No. Eggs on toast.
Eggs on toast. Dumplings.
Dude, bao buns slap, bro. I've got some.
Yeah.
I've got some freezer ones that I cook. Oh, half price at Coles. Bang. Let me get 2 of those real quick. 2, please.
How many is in the packet?
8, 7 or 8.
We'll give you 7. They're not going to give you an odd
Maybe
number. And 7,
don't
like they give you
count how
5
many
or
are in
8.
there.
5, 6 or 8. They're not going to give you 7.
You just said they don't give you odd ones. 5.
5's the only odd they'd give you. Multiples of 5.
Why not 7, bro?
Come on, man.
They're good regardless. I like bao buns. They're delicious.
Yeah, they're good. Would you say you prefer bao buns over dumplings? They're so different, but
I'm not the biggest fan of dumplings. They're good, but I prefer bao bun.
I feel like
I like the gooiness of the bread.
I don't know how I feel about I feel like there's almost often too much sweetness in bao buns.
Maybe that's why I like it.
Like you get the pork one and it's like,
Ooh.
oh, it's still sweet.
Barbecue pork. Yummy.
Oh man.
I'm gonna eat something.
I'm gonna make some great food after this.
True. Eggs on toast?
I will have toast with eggs.
Actually?
Might make some
Maybe we should make a third podcast and it's mukbang.
cooking.
Cooking? Yes. Patreon only though.
Dude,
Who cares? We can do whatever we want, man. Whatever we feel like doing.
This is
we'll
our
do.
podcast.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Not watch? Okay.
I mean,
Please
we
watch.
shouldn't have a cooking audio podcast, but you know what it should be? It should be like uploads on the channel. Like, hey guys, we're gonna do like a cooking thing today, like 15-minute vid of just like.
Nice, dude. I like that.
Yeah, nice.
Nice. That's awesome, dude. Cool.
Oh, remember that was legitness.
What was?
Do you remember that meme at the skate park? Like this kid with a list was like, "That was legitness."
No. Dude, we didn't even touch on memes. How like meme trends come and go in weeks,
so
man.
quick.
Yeah. Even the submarine meme, the grimace meme, like they're all done within a. And like it happens quicker.
TikTok
Like
cycle.
bro, they weren't even dead, and they were already like the passengers or the people in the submarine weren't even dead yet, and they were still memeing them. Like it wasn't even.
That was rough.
The tragedy haven't even. We're so quick to jump on a trend and try and be seen and
so
heard
apathetic
that we just already assume that.
In the submarine be
Yeah.
like no man, they'd be like dead.
But then again, they were kind of like the internet's so cunning and creative that it can make something tragic funny. Even like back when Kanye died.
Yeah,
Sorry,
it is
Kanye. Kobe Bryant passed away.
Same diff.
People started making memes about the helicopter and stuff.
Straight.
But that was a couple weeks later. Like people had enough respect for him to where they were reverent enough to not joke about it until enough time had passed to where it was a little bit more comfortable.
People didn't have respect for it though because it was like just the fact that he was a billionaire.
Mm.
Him. It's like
Really? Did people think that?
Yeah, I think
I
so.
think people had so much respect for him because of just what he had done for basketball and
no,
the
not
Mamba
Kobe.
mentality. Yeah, well, who are you talking about?
submarine
Oh, the
people.
submarine dude.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Everyone was memeing on him because like when
It's his own fault.
when
because he made the submarine.
when the billionaires down like trapped looking like on a $200,000 trip to look at the Titanic.
My life's so
goes,
hard.
Yeah,
kind
but
of
it's
thing.
like,
Right.
but it's also like, yeah, but he's a human and he's just gone to like explore the Titanic. Don't tell me you wouldn't want to do that. That's sick. I'd love to look at the Titanic.
Of course.
I think it was like very interesting how committed the whole world was to finding these people. Whereas like, I think at the same time there was like a disaster in India or something, like a natural disaster.
Oh, really? At the same time?
At the same time, like
And
maybe
no
an earth. I could be wrong, but there was like an earthquake. For
I didn't know
example.
about this, so there you go. Am I proving your point?
Oh man, I could be wrong.
That people didn't think.
It just
They
took
can
over the
kind
news
of only be
cycle.
one
It was
thing at a time.
It was interesting how the focus of like the UN, the government, all the governments was like, we are spending millions of dollars to send out all our ships,
all
everything,
the
to-
sonar detectors.
everything to like the rover submarines and stuff to like try and find these people, which makes sense. Like I understand, but like then you look at another thing that's happening and it's like, why was there like this is like 100 people, 1,000 people being affected by this thing, and then they're barely getting any notice.
Right.
It happens everywhere. Like when like there's a Yemen bombing or something. Like when there was that Yemen bomb or the building that blew up.
Mm-hmm.
The like, a few years ago.
A couple of years ago.
But like there's this thing where like I feel like people, like the governments only flock to the really notable things happening. Like when there was like millions.
Maybe that's all. Maybe that's just the media perception. Like we don't actually see
maybe.
actions being taken to
Yeah.
help those people.
True. Well, do you want to know one of the news? I'm chewing your ear off about this submarine thing, but during that news cycle, so there were some emails from Epstein that were subpoenaed. You saw that?
This in memes. I saw it briefly in memes.
Yeah, that were subpoenaed,
Yeah.
and from JP Morgan,
Uh-huh.
his bank,
Yep.
that had, I think, either, let's say allegedly had ties and had allowed him to make transactions and stuff that helped, knowingly helped Epstein do his bad things on the island.
Mhm.
And I think they knew about it in
And
some
so
regard.
they, if anything, planted this story to cover it up.
No, not planted it. I'm not saying that. I'm just more so saying the news was so focused on the submarine that over that time, the subpoena files or emails that were subpoenaed,
Were
that
they
were asked,
deleted or
11 million. Oh no, 5 million. 5 or 11 million emails were deleted from JP Morgan.
right?
Just some error, and they weren't backed up, of course. And that included the subpoena files. Very convenient.
Very convenient. Yeah.
So
Yeah, dude.
it's very interesting stuff.
I like a good conspiracy. I mean, it's good
exciting.
It's good to question everything, you know.
It is.
I think it's important.
And conspiracies are fun.
Agreed.
Conspiracies are fun.
Agreed. All right, dude. Should we do another one of these?
Yeah, we've got about I reckon we've done about an hour.
Okay. All right, Ethan. Investment question for you.
Oh wow.
Would you rather get $1 right now or $2 in a year's time?
I feel like by next year, $2 will be worth about $1 now.
Okay, regardless of inflation.
Okay.
You
Obviously
get it.
That was an exaggeration, but yeah.
You get I mean, not really. Nah.
Crisis of living.
We're accounting for the inflation. You get double what $1 was now.
Sure. I feel like it feels silly to think so much about this question because it's such a
mundane question.
Minute amount of money that I'd be getting regardless.
Well, dude, it can show the audience how you think of money.
So many things. I'll talk you through how I'm feeling about it.
Dude.
And please, if you have things to think that for you, because I'll ask that question back to you as well.
For sure.
And if you have anything to add, please. I
Go
feel like getting the $2 next year would be such an honor. First of all, but
because you felt like you committed for a year.
Well, it would also just be I could buy a much more substantial thing. I could buy a packet of.
What does $2 get you these days?
What does $1 get you?
Yeah,
I'm getting it $2. It's not that deep. $2 easy.
Nice.
Look, you're probably noticing that I've been wiggling my legs around.
Yeah, what's up? Oh, dude, go to the toilet.
So I'm just gonna disappear now. And now we'll just get a cut of my couch.
All right, bro.
Is empty, and then you can edit that right.
Hurry up.
So, like we said, we're still getting the hang of things.
Yep.
And we'll still upload the botched episodes at the beginning.
Not botched. We're not uploading.
That's a good.
The botched.
No, but they're that's a pretty. We'll do touch-up jobs on them, and they're still going to be a bit botched.
What's the what was the title for this one?
Eggman.
No. 3 for 3.
I did it. What is it?
We said it at the start.
Yeah, we said it. You better listen back.
I have so much brain rot right now. I can't function as a human.
So I was gonna ask. So also, I guess we've already talked about this, but just to reiterate and to bring it up so we can chat about it. The movie aspect of this show.
Yep.
I'll call it a show.
Yep.
The movie aspect of this show is, has been put on the back burner.
I was gonna say it's taken a back seat. Yeah.
But it's taken a back seat in an important way because we've been just figuring out like, I don't want to say logistics, but I guess logistics.
We still don't fully know how we're gonna watch the movie. With proper recording.
We haven't even got.
That's
like,
one aspect.
We haven't got the recording. We haven't got our recording down yet. You know.
No.
I honestly think
We've got to.
I honestly think next time we catch up, or even after this, we do like test runs of. We probably should have done it beforehand, but we were just keen to get the. We were
keen to start recording. In all honesty,
yeah. We were just that keen. So after this, maybe we can do some tests and just like test.
Sounds good.
Levels, and so we can get it.
Dude.
So we know. Oh, and I'll even write it down, like what levels we need to have, so then we have it every time.
Agreed.
And then I think the pop filters will be perfect as well. They'll give it a good space.
Yeah, pop filter is needed. Yep. Yeah,
Can
dude.
you get those on Amazon?
Definitely.
You can get
good ones. I don't know, but
okay. We can get 4 for $20 from Cosmic.
That sounds good because they probably have better quality. Like, or do they? And it's all for.
Do you want me to send you the how much you owe me as well?
Yes.
Okay.
I asked this guy like weeks ago, and he still hasn't done it.
It's all right.
Yeah. Dude, I didn't even ask you. How was your Melbourne trip? I didn't even. We can explore that.
Yeah.
For the remainder of the episode, if you'd like.
I'll just touch on it briefly. It was a pretty like, just kind of family oriented gathering.
So you went with your parents and sister?
No, just by myself.
Oh.
So my cousin had his 21st on, and I thought, because he obviously didn't come to mine, which no hate or anything. Yeah, I don't think I even invited him. But like in my head, it's like if you live far away, like of course you're not gonna go to.
You did it.
I did it, but I did it because I hadn't been to any cousin's 21st before, and I was
Fair.
like, and he's like
do you have no cousins in Perth.
No, I don't have any extended family in Perth. Just my like mum and dad and sisters.
Gotcha. Cool. So how was it? So was the 21st the first day, or was that towards the end?
So I had a flight booked for the red eye on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
So I was going to get into Melbourne at 7 a.m. on Friday. 7 a.m. Melbourne time.
Sounds like something went wrong, the way you're phrasing it.
A cancellation happened. So I was hanging with Ollie watching.
Does that mean you get a free?
Nah.
What?
Oh, you don't have to pay for anything extra.
I was gonna say.
You don't have. Yeah, but
it's out of your control.
Yeah, you don't get any perks or anything.
Oh, so you're watching a movie?
I was watching a movie here with Ollie.
Just waiting for your flight.
Yeah. Cause I did it. I did a thing that I don't normally do, which is pack before, so that I'm ready, and then I can just relax. Which was lo and behold, relax is like a nice thing to do. So I'll do that again.
It's such a nice feeling.
So I did that. I like powered through it. Then Ollie and I just hung out for like 2 hours after, and we were watching a movie before we headed out.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was going to drop me.
Yep.
And then I get an email half an hour earlier from the flight. Honestly, maybe the email was actually a couple hours before.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe.
I
want to say it was 10.
10 hours.
No. I want to say it was like at 10:30 p.m.
Right.
I got the email, but I wasn't checking my emails thinking there's a cancellation.
Fair enough.
But like at like maybe 1:30, I was like, I'll just double check everything.
Mm-hmm.
Go on my.
As you should.
Yeah, go on my email, and
lo and behold,
there you go. There's a cancellation, which is pretty rare. I feel like normally they're delayed
was
and
the
stuff.
Weather not great,
it was fine. It was.
Did they even explain
the
reason as to why?
It was crew, something to do with the crew.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Yep.
Probably they just didn't get enough.
When did you end up leaving? You think that's secretly the reason?
Crew? That's a silly reason.
Yeah. Maybe the main pilot was sick.
No, it sounded like cabin crew. Anyway, so it got cancelled, and so
I love how you're like I'll lightly touch on it, and you haven't even arrived in Melbourne yet.
Arrived to Melbourne. Let me speak to this.
I'm kidding.
Got cancelled,
and then I rebooked So
like
it wasn't automatically rebooked.
No, I
you had to do it.
Yeah, which I'm
So
happy about because actually they did automatically rebook
But
it
you could adjust it.
for 2:30. I was gonna leave at 2:10 a.m. for 2:30, and it was like 2 o'clock at that point. I'm like, I can't go now. Like it's too. Like I emailed them on like a little chat box on the website.
Yep.
It's like, hey, my flight has been cancelled. Blah 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 blah. I just told them my flight number and stuff, and then I was like, oh no, you don't need because I was asking for like a makeup flight for the morning, preferably, because I was like, I can probably like get a flight in the morning and then I can have a nice like a good sleep.
Yep.
And then the person sent message back and said that like, oh, no problem, we've already booked you a flight, or like re-booked a flight like for 2:30 instead of 2:10. And I was like, I can't do that. I'm gonna get to the airport at 2:30, so that you got like, I'm not gonna make it inside through departures and stuff like that until
of course,
or through like the bag drop and stuff for 20 minutes. So then it was pretty easy to change it. Like it was not that difficult. I just asked for like, hey, can I get something tomorrow? And then they gave me, can I get something for later today? Because technically it was still Friday. Or it was Friday.
Yep.
And then they gave me, 6 p.m. On the Friday. So I got in at 12:30 a.m.
That kind of sucks.
On a Saturday. So I kind of missed a day that I would have had, which is
good.
a bit of a bummer, but that's all right. It didn't really change anything. I still had.
And was the 21st on the Saturday night?
Yeah.
Okay.
On the Saturday night, and then we went out to the clubs after.
Cool.
Stayed till like 4
a.m.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's a good time. Good time.
That's good, man.
Some chuckies, some vommies in the toilet. But it's
Going
not a
too
clubbing.
hard, bro.
It's not a clubbing experience if. It's not a learning clubbing experience if you don't send it a bit too
You're
hard.
not building character if you don't yak in
There you go.
the club
In the
nightclub
club
toilets.
bathrooms. Yeah. And
That's fair.
yeah. I won't go too deep into it.
Can if you want, dude.
No, I'm all good, man.
Make me do
It's a
more
bit
work
blue.
by censoring stuff. Go on.
Okay, actually delete that. No, don't keep that in. That's a cheap joke. That's a cheap joke.
Yeah, and you did it.
Oh.
Now I'm going to censor it just after, so it sounds like you actually say it. I mean, what? He actually did say it. I can't believe he said that.
And now you're gonna cut it so that I say that. And
You'll
then,
find it. He'll have, just as you guys are, he'll have to watch the episode.
are you gonna be our editor? Is that what's
I
happening?
guess.
For now, I would love to. I
You can do an episode.
need to chill on the mic, man.
Yeah,
Gobbling it up.
Stop. I guess for now I am. I don't mind. I like doing it. I like editing.
Nice. It doesn't take too long.
It's a little bit time
Have you
consuming,
been?
but that's okay.
Have you been using the AI that chops it up?
No, but I
Wouldn't really do much though, because we only
I
have
don't
one
know if
camera
it's compatible
angle.
with Final Cut anyway.
But we only have one camera angle.
Exactly. I think it only does camera. I don't think it does audio.
No.
But obviously, if and when we were to expand to 2 or 3 cameras,
yeah, I think 2 is not going to be in the too distant future. Maybe like
I think we'd make the jump from 1 to 3. To be honest,
yeah,
because like
one like this
one-
and then 2
one
for
wide and
each
then
of us.
2
So true.
close up on each of us. Yeah. Anyway,
I don't-
not something to think.
Yeah.
Not something that concerns me. At
Anyway,
this
my
given moment.
Melbourne trip was lovely. It was nice to be back in Melbourne and back where
It's good.
I used to live as a kid, and I finally for the first time going back there really appreciated like a sense of home, a sense of a second home.
It's good, man.
And I was like, oh, like all other times I kind of felt homesick from Perth, but I was only there for 4 days, and it was just nice to appreciate like just the nature as well. Like I used to live in like such beautiful bushland with
cool.
like rolling like bushland suburbs, which is so weird.
Where
and
would you
rolling hills.
So from like the Melbourne CBD.
40 minutes out.
Okay.
40 minutes out.
So what's
but
that like?
It's not really
Butler.
you couldn't really compare it to
Can we compare? Yeah, it
'cause
seems
it's-
like there's like 3
Melbourne's-
different parts, bro.
Melbourne's so hilly.
Yeah.
It's especially where I am, it's like valley, like there's valleys.
And like, do you know how the Perth CBD? It's like only really above the river,
yeah,
and then beyond it, it just
Melbourne City's sick.
Melbourne. It's
I
like
didn't go to the city
the
properly though.
because the river. It's like the infrastructure and like
It's all
industrial industrialization of the city is
For
like
sure.
fully because
Even
it's such an older. Some of it's run down though, man. Because I was there in April. Like some of it's a little bit run down, but I think a lot of it is quite nice.
I
think
agree.
It's a nice city.
It's an old city. That's why some of it's run down. I think you'll even hear like I noticed like the traffic light when they go. Tuk, 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 tuk. You know that part?
Yep.
In Perth, it's automated. Like I think it's like not a physical hammer like whacking the metal. It's just like a little recording box going. Tuk, 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 tuk,
Wait,
tuk,
do you think the Melbourne one is
in Melbourne? It's like where I was.
Actually,
It was like hitting. Like I could hear
actually got a mechanical
the little hammer like. Dunk, dunk,
knocker?
dunk. Yeah.
Yeah, really.
And the lights were different. Like the green lights were so you could tell so much older. Like the color had changed.
Did you go on the trams?
I didn't go on the tram. I was like
Ooh.
I was kind of just chilling in the suburb mainly, just hanging out. I went to a cafe,
Sure.
did some riding,
Oh,
went to
cool.
like the library I used to go to when I was a kid.
Cool.
So it was a nice, just like
Did you go to pancake parlor?
wholesome experience. Nah,
Ooh.
I didn't have a car, and everyone was
Fair.
working, so it's just like, yeah. But it was nice. It was nice to see my family.
That's good, man.
Nice to see my grandparents and auntie and uncle and cousins.
Good, dude.
But I did have one thing to say. Oh, going off Melbourne now. Oh, also my flight got cancelled coming back as well.
Really?
Yeah, double cancelled. But I was able to get a flight that was basically the same. Just to stop over in Sydney. Instead of direct, yeah. So I was going to get back at 9:30.
How long were you in Sydney?
30 minutes.
Ah.
I was going to get back at 9:30 a.m. and then have work at 2:30. I got back at like 1. Got back home at
So I could
1:45.
still make it if I
Barely
really
made it to work.
Ah.
Scraped through.
Dude, good on you for actually going. I would have
Yeah.
been like,
Make that dough.
good man.
It's not too hard.
Yep. So what was your one thing?
With Patreon. Link is just gonna be no.
We're already starting a Patreon.
No, I was about to say we definitely shouldn't. We should integrity rise. It's cheap to start a Patreon when you're starting up. It's stupid. I don't want to. No one wants to see that.
No,
Also, we haven't earned it. You know.
definitely not.
This is just more so not thinking about us as a business or as a thing, an entity. More so just like a comment as well, or about how
A general statement.
Yeah, how's there are things like podcasts or whatever that start up and instantly start like we must monetize. It's like I think that's crazy.
I think
That's moving
we need
mad.
I think we need to build up naturally
Yeah,
through the
And
course
then
of time.
people will actually want to people don't care about what's happening behind the scenes or like
No, some people do, but
Yeah,
not- but the general audience don't.
it'll be
Yeah.
friends. Friends will be like, sure, I'll give you $5. Like, you know what I mean? Or
Yeah,
like,
I really don't care about the money. At least not right
No,
now. No,
not at all.
I genuinely just enjoy doing this.
Yeah, this is fun. Good way to catch up.
Exactly.
It's nice to like kind of document our like conversations as well.
For sure.
Yeah, it's a cool
Yeah,
like
man.
form of I guess artistic expression
That's
in a sense.
I like the painting, dude.
Yeah, it's
Did you guys notice that the back
quite
the set has slightly altered every episode?
it has we're like
Very minute
updating.
detail changes, but
Upgrades people.
yeah, upgrades people.
Good movie. Robots. Have you seen iRobot
Yeah.
with Will Smith?
Will Smith. Yep.
Another question.
Just use the notepad as a coaster.
I just thought you might want some more water.
I'm good, dude. I haven't even finished my first glass, man.
I've sunk like 4.
Dude, you sound awesome when you do that.
Yo. Yo. Sorry.
That's alright.
Man, my ADHD acts out on this podcast.
I can tell.
Comes with ravenous
Results.
results.
Ravenous results. You see, you didn't even finish your oil painting story.
There's no story. I got it from an op shop. Got it for cheap. Thank you, op shop lady.
that's a
She
story.
she actually said she's like, you can make me an offer. Like she's like,
Ooh.
oh, $30. I'm like, I'll keep having a look around. And then
She was like, I want
and
this
as
piece.
I was walking,
gone.
no, just as I was walking away, because it was down south, like
Oh,
in
did you get up?
Bridgetown.
Oh.
You know Bridgetown?
No.
Gilderton.
I know, Gilderton's
Oh.
up north, bro.
Cut that. No,
Oh, you're an idiot.
Yeah, it was in Bridgetown. I don't think there's not another word for it. Near the Blackwood River.
Mm.
Anyway, yeah, there's like a Bridgetown op shop, and it's always so nice to go in there whenever I go past Bridgetown.
Country op shops are like a completely different vibe, bro.
And they're always like, it's always so nice to go to them whenever you're down. It's just like a good place to swing past. But
down emotionally or
down bad, boys.
Whenever I'm down bad, I go to a country op shop.
Talk to the old ladies.
Frizz up.
Cool. Yeah, get the birds.
Oh, I thought there wasn't a story, dude. I was entertained by that story.
Well, no, yeah. She said $30, and then as I was walking away, like, oh, I'll just keep having a look around. I'll think about it. She's like, I take offers. And I was like, well, I'll come back to you with an offer then.
It actually is very nice.
$20, oil painting. It kind of looks like mud.
It's got depth to it though, which I can appreciate.
Yeah, and it has a little signature here. I don't know what
touch
it says.
it.
Why?
He's scraping the painting.
Scraping the painting.
Scrape the painting. Yeah.
Have you been watching the Conor documentary?
Conor McGregor
on Netflix.
I watched it when it came out.
How is it?
It's pretty standard. It's
Wow.
not bad. It's not amazing.
Don't you think
it kind of just shows what you'd expect they show. It didn't really show anything interesting.
But he showed emotion in it, which I feel like you don't normally
Wait,
get.
are you talking
from
about
Conor.
McGregor Forever?
Yeah.
Mm.
I feel like
I
thought
the
he was
aspect
like
I liked that they showed was like him with his kids. feel like he genuinely is like a good father.
right.
But you can't really show that like through social media, I guess.
But also like he's always his character. So seeing behind the veil, where he's sitting in his
but also
like
I
before
think,
the Khabib 2 fight,
I
and he's
think
just by himself.
He
like
has
this.
he has a lot of say in what actually gets shown. So I feel like there's a lot they chose not to show. I feel like there's a lot that they never recorded in the first place.
Yeah, but I'm saying like the emotional stuff from back when there was recordings. He's like being very vulnerable at times. And
I think him watching the Khabib Gaethje fight in like a theater in like his theater room and like watching Khabib retire, that was kind of cool because like you never got to see his reaction. But how much of that was he putting on for the camera? Like I don't know. I think documentaries are hard to
make awesome.
Probably because so much is control. Like any form of art is controlled by the creator. But
documentaries can, I feel, often be same old. Like in terms of it's good, but it's not amazing.
No, yeah, for sure.
But an amazing documentary is next level. That's 2. I've got 2 left.
Dude, you did well.
Did well.
I'd say I'm gonna say in future a toilet voucher. It's just like an Ethan voucher is pawpaw cream
or toilet.
Actually, I don't really care about the pawpaw cream. I'd rather you not go to the toilet at all and use the pawpaw cream.
No, I like it being in there.
Okay.
It trains me to use it like less.
Yeah, I think we've covered some topics. We can end with one final thing.
Yeah.
I think that bottom one.
Oh man, it's a good one.
That is a good one.
Oh, look at that.
Hearts.
Now, would you look at that? Would you rather eat only pizza for a year or never again? So the only food you can have.
Dude, it's so easy to say, yeah, pizza, man. Like, I can just vary the toppings.
Good, very good. I'm glad you have this side. I'm on the other side, and I'll shoot back at you after.
No. Well, I think, or like, there's the even more classic question of like, oh, would you eat the same 3 meals for the rest of your life? It's like, dude, no matter how good those meals are, you never could because repetition,
unless you're like heavily
equals
autistic.
insanity, bro. Like,
unless you're heavily autistic or have some like disability
you would
that
start to hate it eventually.
Some people need that consistency, though. Is what I'm saying.
I think pizza is safe enough to where you could vary the toppings.
Yeah,
like
homemade, homemade pizza's different. Because it's not like it
You'd
has
have
to be
restrict
oily.
it even more. Like you could only have like a Domino's pizza. Like you could only pick from the Domino's menu, and then at that point you're too restricted. But
I couldn't do that.
You could add any if it
could
was
do
homemade pizza,
homemade.
or you could pick any restaurant you want. Then
I could do homemade pizza for a year, only eating pizza, breakfast, lunch, dinner. I could do that, and I don't think I'd even struggle that much.
Egg pizza,
like the bounds of pizza is pretty
limitless.
boundless.
Yeah. There are no bounds
but
to
I
pizza,
couldn't do Domino's for a year.
And also, but
I think
never
I'd kill
again.
myself. I think I'd get to a point. I think I'd feel so disgusting. I'd be
you
so
just
sad.
never have to get pizza again in your life.
But if you commit to it, you'd have
rather
to
kill
do it.
You'd rather kill yourself than not have pizza for the rest of your life.
No. I'm saying you have to. Once you decide whether to have the pizza or to never have pizza again, you have to commit to it for the rest of the year.
Of course.
I think I'd go crazy.
Of course, that's the point of the question.
I'd go insane. I'd probably like
for Domino's in terms of just having
I
Domino's.
love those Domino's jaw droppers.
I hate that ad, bro.
Such a bad song. For when you want Domino's
the
for one.
CGI is horrible in it as well.
$10 for one pizza and a snack.
I don't want to give Domino's free.
I love those Domino's jaw droppers.
Stop.
Sorry.
I'm gonna listen to this. Whatever.
This is gonna be hard. I don't envy you. I'm sorry. I don't envy the listeners either.
You always do. Do you need to stop doing this?
I do. It's too. If I was too
You're too pessimistic on this podcast. We got a few good nuggets of
I just
information.
feel like it never.
There.
I feel like at the end of it, I'm always like
You're pushing. You're trying to do
too much.
You're setting yourself too high of a standard.
Sure.
We're episode 3, bro. Come on.
Thanks for watching, guys.
We're not Joe Rogan up in here.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you for listening and watching.
And listening. You know, we
sure.
we love our Spotify listeners as much as we love our YouTube and Apple Music listeners. Just go to Spotify.
Those Apple Music.
Actually,
Apple Music.
apparently it's best. Like it's the best platform.
Oh shit. Okay, I love
we
you guys.
love you guys.
Love you most of all. In
love
fact.
you to the Apple Music.
You can't see me
listeners.
pointing at you, but I'm pointing at you with love.
There's a love heart inscribed on his fingertip.
No, there isn't. Like that?
We've lost sponsors just then.
Why? Hey guys, today's episode is sponsored by Domino's.
We just want to say that we love those Domino's jaw droppers. You can get yourself a snack and a pizza.
Dude, you get like a cool
One
little
snack.
box and it's got like garlic bread and like two sides
sides.
and the pizza.
2 sides of pizza.
All
and
for like
all for
$19.99.
All for 10 at under $10.
Yeah.
Isn't it at minimum $10?
I don't know. 'Cause we're not actually
I saw that ad today and I was like, I hate the song, but I kind of want to get a
love
Domino's jaw dropper.
haven't had Domino's in forever, dude. Anyway, to answer our question, yeah, I would have pizza for a year.
Done. Easy.
Easy money.
Now, could you eat out every single meal for a year? I did that.
I'd run out of money, bro.
No. Money's not money's not a factor. I don't think.
Honestly, I would get sick of it. I would want that variety in my
But you can go
life.
anywhere.
Ooh. Maybe I could then. Just
Maybe
going to another person's
okay.
house count as eating out.
How about this? But you have a because I feel like if you can go to any restaurant, mate, I'd be set. Your limit is $30 to spend for each meal.
You can get a
You can.
hefty meal with that.
Oh, you can, but like.
But is there rollover? Is there rollover? Like, say you only spend
Nah.
$10 one night. Okay,
Nah.
okay. Does going to a friend's house or family member's house?
No, you
count as
have to.
eating out?
No, you have to like go to a restaurant or fast food joint or whatever. It's hard eating out. I
For a
feel like it's
year.
oily.
What's my
It's
other
not-
option? Not doing that.
Oh, sure. Or
Never eating out again.
boom.
I would eat out. I could do that. If it means never eating out, I would have to. If anything, I'd have to.
What
take
about
it.
under $15? You'd have to get Domino's jaw droppers every meal.
What's bad about that, bro? That's awesome.
We love you, Domino's. You're a great sponsor. Number 1. And number 2, we've got Manscaped.
Shut up.
Oh, sorry. I need to stop.
They're
I've
actually
been
could be
apologizing this podcast, man.
They could be a sponsor in the future. You
I
never
don't
know.
apologize. We love you, Manscaped. You keep our weeds whacked and our bushes trimmed.
Do you have a Manscaped?
No.
Oh, that's funny. All right, let's end this, dude.
Yeah, this has been a confusing.
We had a name, right?
We have a name, and our name is
eggs on
eggs
eggs
on toast.
eggs.
Let's try that again.
Let's try that again, shall we?
So, what should we say? Do you want to say like the outro, and then once you finish saying goodbye or whatever, then we'll say eggs on toast together? Like you can
We're
say
not doing a structured outro every time, are we?
no, but so we can say eggs on toast together for the first time.
Why don't we just say it right now?
Not just the word though. You need to say goodbye or something.
I say goodbye. Bye.
What? And then we just end on eggs on toast. We can't do like eggs on toast.
I thought we were just saying at the same time because it'll
Thank
sound
you so
cool.
much for watching, listening, viewing, experiencing this podcast with us.
We hope you
I
enjoyed.
hope you enjoy just as much as just as much.
This guy needs to get better at this part of the
Oh
job. bro.
man.
We appreciate your time. We do.
And we hope you love the podcast just as much as we love
Eggs on toast.
Bye.
Bye. Should we use Angry Bird sound effects?